Time for the OTR Pop Quiz, and we talk about money matters quite a bit with you, Senator. So let's continue with that theme right now. The Pop Quiz is a currency question.
Whoa, okay.
Specifically the $2 bill.
The $2 bill.
Never very popular, but it's still legal tender right now. So your question, what former U.S. president is on the $2 bill? Is it Jefferson? Is it Madison? Is it Van Buren?
It's got to be Van Buren, because nobody wants a $2 bill.
That's a great
It's Jefferson, but I like your answer better. I think we should change it. All right, question two. Speaking of Hamilton, the founding father and first Treasury Secretary, famously died after a duel with Aaron Burr.
Yeah.
Hamilton's son, Philip, also died in a duel. Now, here's the question. It's a rather oddly worded question. Did Alexander Hamilton's son die in a duel before his dad died in a duel?
Before.
Before? That's exactly right. 1801, 3 years before his dad's death.
I wish we had seen your expression on your face when
Let's
you
move
got
on
it.
to the Supreme Court.
Okay.
Retiring Justice Stephen Breyer, like you, a Cambridge resident. He was nominated to the bench by President Clinton in '94. Here's the question. Who did Justice Breyer replace? Was it Sandra Day O'Connor? Was it Harry Blackmun? Or was it John Paul Stevens?
Harry Blackmun.
It was. Justice Breyer also taught at Harvard like yourself. And here's the final question. We're talking about Elon Musk and Twitter a few minutes ago. You have 7 million followers on Twitter. Is that what I saw lately? Mm-hmm. Your golden retriever, Bailey, also has quite the following. So your question is, who has more followers? Me? Or Bailey?
And I love you, but
You're right.
I got to live with Bailey.
You're right.
So I'm going with Bailey.
You're
here.
right. You nailed it. Bailey has 4 times as many followers as I have on Twitter.
Go
You should be
Bales.
proud of that.
He's
That's
much
a pretty,
better looking, too. So
that's
it's
a pretty good number,
It's the
actually.
blonde.
It's good. It's good. Very good.
Okay, we could talk domestic policy forever, but I do want to ask you very quickly about international, what's going on in Ukraine right now. We have astronauts that are working side by side with the Russians. They even commuted back to Earth together. This week we traded prisoners with Russia. There are still others that are still there, but at least we got at least one out. Underlying all of this, of course, is Ukraine and the Biden administration telling the world that our objective right now is to weaken Russia. Mm-hmm. Are we sending mixed messages by doing all of this at the same time?
No, I don't think so. I think what's happening is that we're seeing the many ways in which around the world the countries are intertwined, and it's trade and it's plans that people have undertaken together. And what we're doing one at a time is it's like bending back fingers on Vladimir Putin and saying, okay, we're going to start on helping Ukraine, but the next thing we're going to do is we're going to try to lock you out of the international financial system. You realize this is the first time this has ever happened. We've used economic sanctions before, and frankly, with pretty limited results. Basically, much of the rest of the world came together, and Russia got cut out of the SWIFT system, which means they can't cash checks in the West. And that cut off access to money that we believe they'd put aside for any kind of economic pressures that might come after they invaded Ukraine. So we've twisted back on the economy. We're going to keep twisting back on the economy, but we're also doing it on diplomatic fronts, on political fronts, on just kind of the world stage. And I think it's to try to remind Vladimir Putin every single day of how much the allies are together and how we're not given an inch to the man who has invaded Ukraine. So we're going to stand with the Ukrainians, and we're going to keep putting pressure and pain on Vladimir Putin in every place we can.
I wanted to, finally, before we let you go, I wanted to talk about Harvard a little bit, because Harvard this week admitted to its part in owning slaves and propagating anti-black studies in its past. It set up a $100 million fund to address the ramifications of that legacy, but it didn't formally apologize. Should it? And is $100 million enough?
So I think that this is a journey. Harvard is in a better place than they were 5 years ago. 5 years ago, they're in a better place than they were 5 years before that. And it's not just what Harvard has admitted to. They didn't do a quick, oh yeah, we did a lot of bad stuff and then we're done. It was truly an investigation into how the school up in Massachusetts, in fact, was built on a lot of the prosperity developed because of slaves, and particularly in the Caribbean. And it really is a developed, detailed look into how Harvard became Harvard, built on the backs of enslaved people.
But should they formally apologize?
I think that I think they're doing more than apologizing. I just haven't, I think it's less about one event and more about truly trying to explore and understand what has happened and making a real commitment to change going forward.
And $100 million, is that enough?
It's a first step.
So you think more money should be offered
I
or put
think-
into that pot?
I think it depends in part on how they use it. And that the idea of starting with $100 million is enough to say this is real money. This is not, just a token, that it's real. And this now gets people's attention focused on both understanding what's happened in the past, but what is the right way that a school can reckon with that past and change the future.
Senator, thank you so much. Great to see you.
Thank
Happy
you
May.
for having me.
Happy, I was going to say spring. It already is spring, but last week felt ridiculous. It's our thanks again to Senator Elizabeth Warren for being in this morning.